Today on thedailyEco, we explain the 4 benefits of eggshells for plants and how to use them. One, combating slug and snail pests. To do this, all you need to do is scatter small pieces of crushed eggshell around the area of your garden or pot that's suffering from a slug or snail infestation. The eggshell helps create a barrier that slugs or snails won't want to cross because these animals don't like eggshells as they prick and bother them. 2. Making a calcium-rich fertilizer. To do this, all you need to do is crush the eggshells and place them on the substrate you use as soil for your plant. Calcium for plants is one of the richest minerals to improve their development. Therefore, as the release of calcium into the soil is quite slow, many choose to add eggshells to help crops prevent rot. 3. Reducing soil acidity. Many plants require a specific type of soil for their growth. Therefore, a homemade method to control the acidity of the soil where your plants are is to add ground eggshells. The water from watering will facilitate the release of the components of the shells into the soil. 4. Making homemade compost. If you're someone who likes to make your own organic fertilizer or compost, we encourage you to add eggshell remnants to make it much richer and more complete for your plants. Before we continue, let's test you. What type of plants in particular can benefit most from the use of crushed eggshells as fertilizer due to their need for calcium? A. Flowering plants. B. Plants with edible fruits. C. Evergreen plants. D. Tomato and pepper plants. Think carefully because at the end of the video, you'll be able to check if you're correct. Let's continue. How to prepare calcium with eggshells for plants. Let's see other ways to prepare them beyond crushing them to add them as organic fertilizer or as a repellent. Crushed eggshell can be used to make an infusion, using the shells of 6 eggs and boiling them in 3 liters of water. This eggshell water for plants is a very simple way to add more calcium and other beneficial minerals like magnesium or phosphorus to your plants through watering doses. Another way to prepare it is by creating eggshell flour. All you have to do is make sure to let them dry in the shade to prevent them from losing the nitrogen they have. You'll need quite a few of them, at least a dozen eggshells. When they're dry, place them in a bag and crush them with the help of a mortar and pestle or a stone until it becomes a very fine powder, and store it in a container with a lid until you use it. Using eggshell flour is very simple. You just need to add 1 or several dessert spoons to your pot, depending on its size, for about 40 days. This way, they'll receive the calcium they need. When and how to use eggshells for plants. Eggshells are very rich in calcium, so they'll help enrich the soil of the garden or your pots if you include them as part of the substrate or compost. We can also replace gravel with finely crushed eggshells to facilitate drainage and at the same time act as natural fertilizer. Also, if we don't break them entirely, we can use eggshells as seedlings. You just need to have half or a little more of the shell, make a small hole in the bottom to aid drainage, and you'll get some curious and totally ecological seedlings. And going back to the question we asked you before, have you thought about it? The correct answer is D. Tomato and pepper plants. Tell us, are you going to use eggshells on your plants? Until next time, Eco Warriors.